Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Advancement Center. Welcome to the world of magic and miracles. On this day that for me feels very out of time and step from the usual rhythm, I, for some reason, didn't sleep very much. So I'm feeling very discombobulated. So don't know what that means, but it's wonderful to be with you today, the last Saturday before Christmas. And that's also a time of much discombobulation where you forget what day it is. I love that amongst many other things about Christmas, where you have this break from your routine, from work, from all the schedules that can dominate someone's life, even to the extent where you give yourself a pass to break your own rules in terms of food and alcohol, or you throw it all to the wind and have whatever is calling your name, even if you know that you're stuffed to the gunnels. You might just fancy another piece of whatever. And I love that, where all the rules go out the window. There's obviously, excuse me, some Christmas rules where we can be locked in patterns. I loved how I would spend Christmas with my sister and her husband, and our Christmas lunch became basically the food for the day. So our starter was breakfast or lunch more often than not, because we had been drinking to the wee hours the night before, and the day would just unfold with no agenda. Even opening presents was sometimes delayed, often because of a hangover and the need for some food, and then more alcohol more often than not. So the time and the rhythm of that day would just kind of float and be what it was, much to the extent where sometimes our Christmas dinner wouldn't happen until late in the evening, and occasionally all the ingredients might not all make it to the plate due to beverage consumption. But I loved that flow where there's no set agenda or timing. And I also love not the consumerism of what Christmas has often been dominated by. But the act of giving to your loved ones and your friends, especially when you have a gift that you know will delight that person beyond measure. I love that so, so much. The anticipation of their joy and their delight being bowled over and gobsmacked that they received something they never thought would be a Christmas gift, or an item that was so perfect for them. But mostly, it's just about being together with loved ones, family, and friends, prioritizing the celebration, the love, and the laughter. I also love how more and more through social media, there's all these games that people play. And as a child, we all would play games. But nowadays, children are more pulled into the world of phones and tablets. So I love the joy and the excitement of seeing families playing together. So I hope your Christmas is full of laughter, full of celebration. And we can make that how we live every day. All these rhythms and patterns, the have tos. All it takes is one big life experience to throw all that into a new perspective where you think, this is bullshit, or why am I doing this? Why am I prioritizing this? It's not even the thing that lights up my heart. And that is the key, is to follow the excitement in your heart. Follow the creativity, the excitement. When I am doing a project that is creative, I fall into this flow. There can be times when it feels like it's a uphill battle, and then something will shift, and it's like you're moving in the flow. So I encourage you to have that curiosity. Let that curiosity lead you out of the normal, out of the rhythm and routine and the obligations that you can feel. Because all it takes is one big happening in your life, and then all of that falls by the wayside. So let your heart and the joy and the excitement. Feed it like a banquet of excitement. Don't deny yourself. Imagine yourself on Christmas Day making sure that you have all the goodies available to add to your plate. In life, fill that plate. Let the experiences nourish you and uplift you. And then before you know it, you're in the flow. Where time is irrelevant. Or you've been so engrossed in something, you realize, shit, I'm bursting for the toilet. And I have been for the last hour, but those signals couldn't get through. They weren't important enough because you were so consumed in the enjoyment of something. There is so much to distract you from that. The list of distractions grows and grows. So make it a practice of connecting to your heart, connecting to your creator. And I even more recently have been humming when the distractions might come knocking, and it feels to me so centering. So I encourage you to do the same. It changes your perspective. It lifts you, raises you to a new set point. It aligns what may have gone out of balance. And as always, if needed, the powerful declaration of fuck 'em can always be used as often and whenever is needed throughout your whole day. It is not at odds. It is just, I'm not going to buy from this stall. I'm not going to partake in this interaction or agreement or whatever. So thank you so much for joining me. I wish you the most perfect life with perfect health and a magical future. And I wish you have the most incredible celebration this Christmas, that your heart is overflowing, that you celebrate every moment, every morsel, every miracle. Thank you again. I am Adrian.